Hi, and welcome to Dave's Think Tank. Today I thought I'd like to just go through a few things that I've been thinking about recently and, well, let's just get started. First off, I've been eating these things since Valentine's Day. I got a tiny bag of cinnamon hearts, but it's not really the kind of thing you can make a dessert out of or just eat your way through while watching TV. You really can't eat more than maybe 4 or 5 at a time, so I'll probably be eating them until Halloween. Now, when you buy something like this, they always list the ingredients on the back. I usually just ignore this, but since the bag's been on my kitchen table for a few weeks, I've had a chance to examine it pretty thoroughly. So I always figured the point of listing the ingredients was to make sure you knew what you were eating. So, although guar gum, carnauba wax, and shellac don't sound all that appetizing, I guess I'm better off knowing that's what I'm eating. But if this is the case, then what is the point of listing artificial flavor? What is artificial flavor? The only thing I know for sure is that it isn't real flavor. Who decided that this artificial flavor was close enough to the real flavor to use as a substitute? Did the candy company pay teams of scientists to sit around tasting random combinations of chemicals until they came up with something that tasted like cinnamon and hopefully wouldn't kill anyone in a way that would connect the two events? How do they get away with just saying artificial flavor and not cyanide plus leaded gas? But if artificial flavor makes no sense, then what am I supposed to make of artificial color? What is an artificial color? Did they pay a bunch of scientists to test random chemicals until they found something that looked like red but wasn't red? How does that even work? Okay, and next random fact. A long time ago, when you ordered pizza, someone would put it together for you, and they followed a pretty standard process. Roll out the dough, add sauce, then ingredients, cheese on top. So somewhere in the last 10 or 20 years, someone decided it was okay to basically skip the sauce and just give you hardened cheese gluing your ingredients to a crust. And apparently, everyone agreed that this was acceptable because I don't know anyone making a pizza with enough sauce to bother even listing it as an ingredient. So what's the big deal, Dave? You can always just order extra sauce. And that's true. In the past, you wouldn't have ever ordered extra sauce because there was already enough sauce. Ordering extra sauce meant getting double sauce, and this just made your pizza a gloppy mess. So what do you get today if you order extra sauce? You get a gloppy mess. They figure you're some kind of sauce freak, and so they still give you double the old level of sauce. What do you have to ask for to get a reasonable amount of sauce? No sauce and extra sauce are your only options. There's no way in the English language to request a reasonable portion of sauce. Okay, and finally, I'd like to talk about these signs that have been going up lately. The first time I saw one, I was fairly alarmed. I had no idea there were coyotes this far into the city. So I looked around and didn't see any, so immediately felt much better. But what I did see was lots and lots of these signs all over the city. Anywhere that more than 2 or 3 trees were known to congregate got a sign. So what can we say from this? Are these wily coyotes really taking over the city? Are rabid packs of the mangy animals hunkering down behind every dumpster, ready to spring out upon unsuspecting grannies and Tweety birds? And if so, why haven't I read of a single sighting? I guess what I'm asking is, did anyone actually look to see if there were any coyotes in our neighborhoods before putting these signs up everywhere? Or did our city hall just do the lazy and expensive thing by blitzing the city with costly signs? Were they maybe jealous of signs set up in Shelbyville and decided we should have some too? So now we have signs up everywhere at enormous expense, and no one can be sure if there really are any coyotes at all. And don't get me started on these. European fire ants? Are you serious? How would these even get here? The last time I checked, there was an ocean and about a 1,300-mile upriver swim for any ants that wanted to emigrate from Europe to here. Maybe they came in lumber shipments, Dave. Really? How much lumber do you think is exported from Europe to Canada? They would have to cut down entire Canadian forests just to get their wood here. The only wood we import from Europe is Danish modern furniture, and the last I heard, there wasn't a big fire ant infestation at IKEA. Okay, that's all for today. Be sure to like and subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might not have a European fire ant infestation.